Hello, everybody. I believe that we're live. We should be. Jesus. Montreal played tonight. We played the Montreal. We played the Washington Capitals. It's on. I will turn the gain up just a little bit. Sorry, but the Montreal Canadiens played tonight against the Washington Capitals. It was actually an afternoon game, which is why we're live earlier than intended. And it was not a good game. It was not pretty. It was not good in the slightest. Winslow, I mean, hey, we're better than you guys, so yeah. Um, yeah, the Montreal Canadiens played the Capitals, and Jesus fucking Christ, we are clearly in a rebuild. We are going to be in a rebuild for the next 2 years. Um, we need to do something. We need to make some type of move. Whether it's trading out Joel Edmondson because clearly he's hurting the team, firing fucking Burroughs or Robida or something. We need something because I do not want to watch this team lose 7-2, 9-2, whatever we fucking lost to against Tampa. Let me look up our goddamn schedule just to be sure about this. Yeah, I don't want to watch this team lose 9-2, 7-2, 4-1, 4-2, 5-1, 5-2, 3-2 to the fucking Senators. Like some of these aren't even that bad. Like the fucking like 7-2 to the Sabres. I don't want to see this shit night in and night out. And I understand. Yes, we are missing Sean Monahan dearly. We are greatly missing Sean Monahan. We're missing David Savard, who people want to shit on him. He's been the one that has been holding this blue line together. Clearly, because without him, we have fucking fallen apart defensively. We have not been good since we've lost David Savard to injury. And I can only hope he comes back sooner rather than later. You know? We're missing Mike Matheson, who, yeah, probably isn't the greatest defensively. Dude has been putting up points. I think I mentioned it the other day, 6 points in 10 games when he's been healthy. We're greatly missing our blue line depth, and we're greatly missing the veterans. Fucking Caden Gooley even tonight we missed because of fucking Sasha Barkov. We greatly missed Caden Gooley tonight because sure, we still would have lost the game. There's no way that having Caden Gooley in the lineup would have prevented us from losing 7-2, maybe 6-2. We would have at least had a better defensive structure and would have played probably a slight bit better if Caden Gooley's in the lineup tonight. Okay? And Brendan Gallagher, there was a scare with him in the first period. And I'm doing this before the lines and before I'm getting into the recap and anything like this because I wanted to speak this right off the bat, to speak what I feel in the moment without having to sugarcoat anything. There's a scare with Brendan Gallagher, I want to say in the first period, where he went to the back because he took a hit from Lars Eller. He came back to the game, but you can't have a guy like Brendan Gallagher in and out of the lineup the way he's been. He missed, I think they said, 17 games before coming back to the lineup tonight. You cannot have a guy making $5.5 million being out of the lineup for that goddamn long. All right? I would much rather trade Brendan Gallagher, use that cap space on something much more valuable, like a Cole Caufield or Jordan Harris, or even 2 years down the line when the ZLC's up, a Caden Gooley extension, or bring in somebody else. I'd rather trade Brendan Gallagher and bring in what's considered a cap dump, get a first-round pick or second-round pick, and use that money elsewhere and use it more wisely. Gallagher, yes, I like him. I think he's a good 20-goal scorer, but he's not worth $5.5 million. $3 million? Yeah, sure, probably slightly overpaid for how much he gets injured, but it's still a decent contract at that point. And when Bergevin signed the $5.5 million, it looked okay because Gallagher, we knew what he was coming off of, we knew what he can do, but it's a slow decline for Brendan Gallagher. And quite frankly, next year, I don't know if he would make the lineup. If we have, say, Joshua, who somehow is able to make the lineup, Philip Mazar, There's a Jan Misak as well, who I think might be able to push for a spot next year. Anthony Richard. There's these guys in the lineup that I don't know if Brendan Gallagher gets a roster spot next year. You cannot look at some of the guys that we have in the system. Some of the guys that are playing over in Canada right now. Josh Wass scored today. He's looked great for Canada in the World Juniors so far. And I'd rather be watching that than recapping this game, because this game fucking sucked for the Canadiens. You cannot look at what some of the prospects have been doing for the Canadiens and look at that and say, yeah, no, they should be in the minors. They shouldn't be in the lineup over Brendan Gallagher. I feel like you are going to be able to trade Brendan Gallagher if you take back a 5th-round pick. But even then, Josh Anderson, who has arguably done less than Brendan Gallagher in the lineup this year, we turned down big offer after big offer, apparently. According to Pierre LeBrun, we turned down big offers to get rid of Josh Anderson, to trade Josh Anderson, which I take big package as 1st-round pick, a prospect, and a player. That's what I say a big package is a first, a roster player, and some type of prospect. That's what I see as a big package. We refused that to get rid of Josh Anderson. What the fuck was he doing tonight? Where was Josh Anderson? He had maybe one decent chance on net. He had maybe one good shift. Brendan Gallagher, he at least played. He had a few decent chances. So if we can't get rid of Josh Anderson, if we decide not to get rid of Josh Anderson for a big package, Brendan Gallagher at a similar value, just a few years older, and he has the veteranosity that some teams will want to grab. Who's stopping us from in the offseason when the cap goes up by, I think it's $3 million it's supposed to go up by? What's stopping us from looking at a team that's trying to contend potentially, like say maybe LA, they're going to want to be a playoff contender next year, from looking at LA and saying, hey, we'll give you Brendan Gallagher, you flip us, not exactly Quentin Byfield because he hasn't really been working out too much, but say, for example, you send us a project player and a 2nd-round pick, and you get Brendan Gallagher. Even that, I would argue, would probably be too much for Brendan Gallagher. But you can deal these guys. Deal off Gallagher in the offseason. Deal off Josh Anderson at the trade deadline if you can. I love Josh Anderson. I think he seems like a great guy. Seems like a really solid power forward. But he is way too inconsistent for the Montreal Canadiens to be keeping $5.5 million of his cap space on the salary, especially when Cole Caufield's due for an extension this year. I want to say it's Jordan Harris. It might be Justin Barron. I actually got to look up our cap friendly right now. With these guys that are going to be coming off the books this year, like Drouin. Unfortunately, we're not bringing him back. I still like Drouin. I think he'd be a useful bottom 6 guy. Better for his mental health if we likely trade him or just let him walk. Dadonov hasn't done shit, and understandably, he was traded for the contract of Shea Weber. It was a do or die. It was not a do or die. It was a situational move for both teams. Vegas needed the cap space. We wanted to get rid of the Shea Weber contract because he's never going to play again. Cole Caufield's coming off his ELC this year. He's going to want at least Nick Suzuki money, if not more. Dude scored 2 goals tonight, surpassed 20 goals for the 2nd time in his career, the 2nd time in his seasons. Last year's rookie year and this year's sophomore year. Michael Pezzetta, whatever. You can get rid of him. He's not going to cost much. Anthony Richard, with how good he looked for the Canadiens and how great he's been for the Laval Rocket, you got to think if he gets into the lineup and he has a couple impressive performances, he could get $1 million. He could get $1.25 million. I like him as a depth guy. If Rem Pitlick can get $1.3 million and Anthony Richard, I think, is a better player than Rem Pitlick, you can give him the same type of contract. Jordan Harris is coming off his ELC this year. Jordan Harris, Justin Barron's off next year. But look at what Jordan Harris has done this year. 11 points in 32 games. I think Jordan Harris has actually been okay this year. I think that he's been okay. But then you look at some of the contracts. Brendan Gallagher, $6.5 million for Brendan Gallagher. He's a guy that's 2 years older than Josh Anderson. He's wearing the A. He's signed for the same amount of time. What's the difference between getting rid of a 28-year-old power forward who's getting paid $1 million less until he is 32 years old, 33 when the contract ends, I think, and getting rid of a guy who's 30 years old and he's going to be 34, 35 when the contract ends? With the type of game Brendan Gallagher plays, he is not a physical powerhouse like Josh Anderson is supposed to be. He's a guy who gets in front of the net, he tips pucks into the net, and that's about it. He gives you veteranosity as well. There are teams out there that I feel like would take on Brendan Gallagher's contract, whether it's this summer when the cap goes up by a little bit or the summer after when the cap is supposed to go up by a pretty good amount. there's a team that would take on a Brendan Gallagher at that point, and we would not have to pay for it. I would argue that right now you retain, say, $500,000 on that contract, make it an even $6 million. There will be a team out there that is willing to take on Brendan Gallagher's contract. Mike Hoffman caused at least 2 goals tonight. You can easily trade him away. There's teams that will probably want a sniper like Mike Hoffman, that could use a sniper like Mike Hoffman. You look at those guys. Those are easily tradable players. Joel Edmondson is the only guy on the blue line making over $1 million that played tonight. And what did he do? He cross-checked a guy after they scored a goal and didn't really do much of anything else. He basically played an agitator role tonight and failed at it because he failed to draw a single penalty. If anything, I would argue Joel Edmondson shouldn't have even been playing tonight because of what he did last game against Radko Gudas. He should not have even been playing tonight. And the fact that he went out there and cross-checks a dude again, 2 games in a row, he does this shit. When is Marty St. Louis or Ken Hughes or Jeff Gordon going to look at Joel Edmondson and say, hey, this guy's not that great on the ice, and this guy is kind of costing us more than he's helping us? When are they going to realize that? Because I understand Edmondson's wearing an A. He's good in the locker room. What does he do on the ice, though, that actually helps us? What does he do that helps us on the ice and protects us and makes sure that we in Montreal have a good blue line? What does Joel Edmondson bring that David Savard doesn't for the same cap hit, that Mike Matheson doesn't bring for $1.3 million more? And Matheson, who, by the way, has been playing a lot better when he's been in the lineup. Again, 6 points in 10 games. Sure, he's a -4, but he actually brings something good to the table. The only thing that Joel Edmondson brings that Matheson and Savard don't is that Edmondson plays left defense. That's literally it. Matheson on Cap Friendly is listed as a left defenseman. He's been playing right the entire year when he's been in the lineup. Our left D has been Joel Edmondson, Caden Gooley, Arbor Jackeye. Right defense has looked like Mike Matheson or David Savard, Mike Matheson, and then, say, Justin Barron or Jonathan Kovacevic, Chris Weidman. Jordan Harris can play both sides. I have no issue when Matheson and Savard are fully healthy, trading out Joel Edmondson, going with, say, Matheson Gooley, because apparently Gooley's been really, really good on that right defense, I think. Matheson Gooley, for example, or Savard Gooley, or Gooley Savard, because I thought they played great together. Gooley Savard, for example, Matheson with, say Justin Barron, and then Arbor Jackeye with Jordan Harris on that bottom pair. I have no issue with that. If you are a rebuilding or tanking team, or if you're a rebuilding team, you're at least having a competent blue line. Yes, Edmondson helps us there. Edmondson is a veteran veteran defenseman who can help us in the locker room, but he's paid $3.5 million for what he does on the ice, and he's not provided that recently. I understand it's frustrating to go through this slump like Montreal has been. Absolutely, it's tough. But how are you going to just go out there and instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to improve the play. I'm going to join the rush. I'm going to help us score goals, or I'm going to help us defend. You say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up behind Radko Gudas when he's involved with Kirby Dach, and I'm going to fucking cross-check him from behind and injure a referee. And then the next game go, hey, I'm not going to do any of what I'm not going to do any of what I should be doing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till the Capitals score a goal, and I'm going to cross-check the goal scorer. I'm going to get involved in a couple scrums. That'll clearly help us out. Like, no. We legitimately, the Montreal Canadiens, and I don't want to be saying this, we are almost playing like the Maple Leafs in the 2021 playoffs against us. We are playing how they were playing. And notice, they got fucked over in that series. Not fucked over. They got fucked on in that series. We're getting fucked on right now. The Montreal Canadiens, well, yes, we can actually fight. We have Arbor Jackeye, and then I guess you could say Michael Pizzetta because he has a couple fights this year. Josh Anderson. We have guys who can fight. Even Joel Edmondson has thrown the gloves a couple times. Tyler Myers comes to mind, I think last season or the season before. We have guys that can fight, and we have guys that can get tough. But aside from Arbor Jackeye, none of them are doing that right now. None of them are looking at what's going on and saying, hey, we don't like that. We want to fight. We want to engage and get our team hyped up. No. What are we doing? We're cross-checking guys from behind. Because for April, no shit Boston's better because they're actually contending right now. Enjoy having no prospects and being worse than Montreal in 3 years. When Marchand retires, when Bergeron retires, when Krejci retires after this year. Enjoy tanking. Enjoy tanking. Enjoy being where Montreal is right now in 3 years. Enjoy that. Because Montreal has a stacked-ass prospect system. We have guys who are in the lineup right now who are going to be here for the future. Slavkovsky, Caufield, Suzuki, Gooley, Barron, Harris, all these guys that are in the lineup right now are going to be here for potentially the next decade at least. Of course, assuming they want to resign Montreal, which most of them I'm assuming more than likely. So enjoy being one of the best teams in the NHL. And when you're out in the first round to a team like Tampa Bay or Buffalo, which, by the way, good job choking to Buffalo today, enjoy that. Enjoy losing in the first round. Because right now, you're making the playoffs. Again, in 3 years, enjoy tanking. Enjoy having to trade off Hampus Lindholm and Jeremy Swayman when they want to win, and Boston won't be, because Montreal will be where you are in 5 years. In 3 years, we'll be a playoff contender. In 5 years, we'll be where you are right now, except we can actually win a Stanley Cup, most likely. Okay? All right, so I think that's gonna close out my rant for the Canadiens. I might clip this and post it on the channel separately. I doubt it, because it's the first fucking 16 minutes. I can just post this again and say, hey, I ranted at the beginning of this. Fucking go check it out. But yeah, let's get into a goddamn game. let's watch Canada right now. Let's go watch Team Canada. No. Oh, come on, boys. Oh, come on. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's do this, boys. The opening lines for the Canadiens. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Caufield, Suzuki, Doc, Slavkovsky, Dvorak, Gallagher, Hoffman, Evans, Anderson, and Pezzetta, Drouin, Armia. Edmondson, Kovacevic, Harris, Barron, and Jack I. Weidman were your defense pairings. Jake Allen gets the start in net, and Montembeault backs him up, unfortunately. Opening lines for the Canadiens were Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Sheary, Milano, Strome, Mantha, Johansson, Eller, Obe-Kubel, and Protas, Dowd, Hathaway. Gustafsson, Van Riemsdyk, Orlov, Jensen, and Hevery and Irwin were your defensive pairings. Not Irwin from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but Matt Irwin, unfortunately. Charlie Lindgren gets the start between the pipes, and Darcy Kemper backs him up while being, in my opinion, a top 10 goalie in the NHL the last 6 or 7 years. Before the game, Caden Gooley is unfortunately out for this contest, so we are without literally 3 of our 4 best defensemen. Again, Matheson, Savard, and Gooley now, all out because of injury. We were left with Joel Edmondson as the lone veteran defenseman. And Caden Gooley, even though he's only 20, he's playing like a veteran defenseman. He's played incredible in his rookie year so far. But we are literally without 3 of our 4 best defensemen. I wasn't expecting it to be this bad, but I was expecting a loss. And also, Habs prospect Logan Mailloux is likely suspended by the OHL for protecting his goaltender, or as I put in my notes, protecting his goaltender, as I put. But yeah, the Capitals score. 32 seconds in, Erik Gustafsson opens the scoring. Hoffman was apparently blowing someone at the blue line, something like that. Everyone else is out of position, including Jake Allen. It's a wide open net for the goal. Holy hell, it starts early. Yeah, Canadians get their first shot. Caufield dumps a puck on net. Like, I know that Marty St. Louis can clutch back. Christopher, you might want to rephrase that, because I have genuinely no clue what you mean by can clutch back. Some dump and chase by both teams. Had Habs just trying to stay on their heels, trying to come up to pace with the Capitals. Of course, they aren't able to early on. What the hell is this? Oh, that's from. Okay, sorry, boys. I'm looking at my wallet right now. That was more important. That was more fun than watching this game. Looking through my goddamn wallet. Yeah, NZA last year with 2022 more than likely, and this is the result. Holy shit. And then it's 2-0 Capitals. Jake Allen tries to pass a puck around the boards. Caps intercepted. Eventually makes its way to Garnet Hathaway. Shoots it past him for the 2-0 lead. Jesus. Habs are trying to avoid going down from 3-0. trying to avoid going down 3-0. Energy was out of them. Evans had a decent play in the Caps zone. Habs just tried anything they could, but they were giving the puck away way too much. Milano creates a scoring chance behind the net, but the Caps don't score. Suzuki then gets speed on a breakaway, but there's a good stop. The rebound to Caufield, he's not able to bury it. Suzuki then with a follow-up shift, some decent chances. We had a bit of momentum building for us. Dowd then went at it with Suzuki after a whistle. Thought he was going to have to pay for it. Apparently everyone said, you know what? You can rough up our captain. We've got no issue with that. Christopher Hoffman might fucking suck, but dude's a former 30-goal scorer, my guy. Dude's just not clicking in Montreal. Nanzia, the most Montreal way to end 2022 is with a Stanley Cup victory. Woo! Caps got some good passes. Habs started to crack down defensively a little bit. Dvorak tried to catch a puck at center ice. He's held up. Galley gets a near break shortly after. Caps pushed after a face-off. We tried to look for something. Kuznetsov sped into the zone. No play that was speed into the zone. I'm going to say he sped into the zone. Sped up into the zone. Capitals then go to the power play as a result, though. Do you think the Habs will either draft or trade for a young goalie soon? Carlos, firstly, thank you for coming by to thank you for coming by to the stream, my guy. I think we could do either or. I think we could trade for either Dustin Wolf out of Calgary because clearly they don't know how to use him, or Devin Levi out of Buffalo because they have UPL, they have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who's supposed to be their future starter. I think he's going to be a damn good goaltender in the future. So they don't really have a use for Devin Levi. There's no need to have two elite goaltenders that are both going to be making $8 million, at least $8 to $9 million in their prime. So you trade one of them, obviously, to a team like Montreal, who's willing to probably give up that second-round pick and a prospect maybe, or second-round pick and a player like a Joel Edmondson because you need a blue liner to improve your team if you really want to be into the playoffs this year like Buffalo, I think, can be. I think we could end up trading for a young goaltender. I could maybe see us drafting. I think if we get one more first-round pick, which is what we want to do, get out of a Joel Edmondson or a for example, somehow say a Mike Matheson or Josh Anderson. That's what we want to get is at least a first round pick this year. And if we can get that, I feel like late is when we'd want to look for a goaltender. Because I know there's, I think, one or two goaltenders that are supposed to go in the late first round, early second round that we might end up being able to pick up on, at least I think. So yeah, I do think the Canadiens will try and draft potentially if we can get a third one. If not, like I said, trade for one of Devin Levi, Dustin Wolf. I'd go with Devin Levi because in his prime, I see him being a top 5 goaltender in the NHL. Absolutely. I absolutely see him being a top 5 goaltender in the NHL at his prime. Just like UPL, I see being top 10. I think Buffalo makes him a top 5. I just see UPL and Buffalo clicking incredibly well. Not quite to Dominic Hasek, but like almost, but like just a tier below. It's like Dominic Hasek, best of all time, and then it's like really damn good. That's where I see UPL being in his prime at Buffalo is really damn good. Devin Levi I see being a top 5 goal in the NHL, which is why I want Montreal to go after him because it'd be smart. What's going on with the Habs? Toto, rebuild. That's what's going on, my guy. Just good old-fashioned rebuild. And yeah, I don't want to say we were quite at the level of Dom Ducharme because we at least scored tonight. We didn't lose 9-0 like we would have under Dom. We at least gave a bit of effort, especially in the second period, surprisingly. But yeah, we are getting there. We are approaching Dominic Ducharme levels of why are we playing? Yeah. Why did you have to get blown up by a Metro team? Suns. Ask Alex Ovechkin that. Christopher, firstly, don't call me baby boy. Also, secondly, didn't realize that 30 goal scorers suck. Didn't realize that. I guess David Pastrnak is one of the worst players in the NHL. Rebuild doesn't mean you have to go. I know, Toto. I know that, my guy, but just fuck. I mean, we're playing good teams on this road trip. We played great teams: Tampa Bay, Florida, Washington. We played some damn good teams on this road trip, and we're going through a bit of a slump right now. I feel like it will get better towards the end of the year, but goddamn, we're in that rough December to January patch. Carlos, yeah, I'm hoping for 2 top 10 picks as well, my guy. Habs and Panthers are both falling. I think the Habs are stacked right now, and I think we will continue to be stacked because, like, if I load up our draft pick situation, or not draft pick situation, but our Canadian draft picks, thank you, HockeyDB. Like this year, who did we pick? I'd argue we had one of the best drafts ever. I think. Kofsky first overall. Yeah, a bit slow, 10 points, 31 games. That's still not bad. That's on pace for about 25, 30 points, which for a Slovakian making his way to the NHL at 18 years old with no prior experience on North American ice for the most part, playing pretty damn good. Philip Mazar is going to be one of the best players out of this draft class, in my opinion. I absolutely love Philip Mazar. Dude's putting up 22 points in 17 games right now. 5 points in 4 games in the World Juniors, by the way. Just mwah. He's listed apparently on HockeyDB as a right winger. I've seen listed as a center, so if he's a dude who can play right wing, I'd really like that because then you can have a second line of Slavkovsky and Mazar with someone down the middle. Yeah. Owen Beck, going to be a very, very solid, at the very least, third line center. I think he'd be a good second line center for a couple years. Lane Hudson, he's our Cale Makar. I don't care what people say. He is our Cale Makar. He is going to be one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL. Thank you, Christopher Allen. Enjoy the timeout, my guy. I think that Lane Hudson, again, is going to be our Cale Makar. And guys, again, no racism in the chat, please. But Cale Makar, Lane Hudson's going to be our Cale Makar, one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL. Absolutely. What a steal, at least in my opinion. I think dude is an absolute steal, 100%. Vinins, say his name. I've seen him a couple times for Austria watching the World Juniors. He's been pretty good. I think he should be a good bottom pair guy at the very least. Really like what we've gotten out of him. Adam Engstrom as well. I've really liked what I've seen out of him playing for Sweden so far. He's been pretty good. And going to the 7th round, Miguel Torigny has not been bad at all. In the Slovak League, he's got 11 points in 20 games. I think he could end up being pretty decent. I think this might be the draft to look at it and 5-6 years from now, I'll be like, damn, Montreal really capitalized on that 2022 draft. And here's the thing. People are going to be saying, oh, how can you say this 7th round pick or this 5th round pick is going to be an NHLer? There's several guys that have been picked in late rounds that we don't know are going to pan out until they do. For example, I hate to bring him up. Michael Pezzetta, he's played 70 games. He was a 6th round pick. Victor Mete, he's played 247 NHL games. He was a 4th round pick. Caden Primo, who, yes, his development is stunted, but he's still an okay backup probably in his prime, was a 7th round pick. There's guys that are picked that you don't know how they're going to pan out until they do, And then going back last year, Logan Mailloux is going to be a damn good top 4 defenseman, in my opinion. He's going to be great. Oliver Kapanen should be a good third line. Should be a good third line center. Joshua Waugh, I still think is going to be one of the best prospects for the Canadiens for years to come. I love Joshua Waugh. I still think he is absolutely incredible. Love what we're going to be getting out of that kid, and I'm so happy that for a 5th round pick, he is probably going to pan out very, very well. 2020 was another good draft. Caden Gooley, we've seen how good he's been. Luke Tuck, I think will be a good 4th line guy. Jan Misak, I still love Jan Misak. I think he's going to be a very, very good 3rd line guy. Sean Farrell in the 4th round, and even like Jacob Dobbs in the 5th round, who currently in Ohio State is putting up a 2.29 and a 9.17. Now, I'm not saying, he's going to be the next Carey Price, next starter for the Canadiens, but he should be a decent backup at the very least. Jacob Dobbs is going to be a solid NHLer, I think. I think he's going to work out. And Sean Farrell, not to mention, 19 points in 12 games in Harvard in college right now. I love Sean Farrell. I think he should be a second line forward. The issue with that, Caufield's playing great at left wing, and Slavkovsky's a natural left winger. So Farrell's either going to have to try and transition to the right wing or transition to center. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll see. We'll see. Do the Habs have a different scouting team this year from last management? I think we have a slightly different scouting management. I think we kept some of the same guys. But I know we did change things up a little bit. Obviously, when Bergevin was fired, it was also, unfortunately, Trevor Timmins, who, again, I thought had a good 21 and 2020 draft. I think he had 2 great drafts. Even 2019 was not bad with Cole Caufield. I still think Jaden Struble can pan out to the NHL eventually. Raphael Harvey-Pinard in the 7th round. 2018, Jordan Harris looked to be a damn good pick. Alex Romanoff was not too bad. And Jesperi Kotkaniemi getting Christian Dvorak for him has panned out pretty well. I thought later he had some pretty damn good I thought he had some pretty good picks, especially in the final years of him being in our scouting department. I thought he was very, very solid later in his tenure, but yeah, I think we had again a really good 2022 draft, and we're going to be a good team. It's about being patient, and I'm telling this to you guys and also to myself because I also have to realize this tanking, this rebuilding, um, you know, it's going to be good because it'll lead to us being a damn good team in 5-6 years when Caden Gooley is a top pairing, one of the top 10 best defensemen in the NHL. Jan Misak has made the NHL as a potential third line guy. Sean Farrell is dominating the playmaking charts. Logan Mailloux is a top 4 defenseman. When Joshua Waugh is putting up great numbers. When Josef Kofsky is one of the best power forwards in the NHL. Philip Mazar is his best friend. Batman and Robin are playing great. When Owen Beck is making the NHL and being really good. Lane Hudson is on the top pair with Caden Gooley is one of the best pairings in the NHL. I have to remind myself we're going to be a great team in the future. Montreal is going through the rebuild, yes, but you have a great foundation. Again, Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Gooley, these guys who've already made the lineup, Harrison Barron as well. You have a good foundation. It's about getting the rest of your young guys in the lineup as well as I think keeping guys like Sean Monahan around, keeping David Savard for now. It's about keeping these guys in the lineup that are going to be key if you want to win a Stanley Cup in 5 to 6 years, which is I think when Montreal will have their first real opportunity to win a Stanley Cup. I do think 2 to 3 years from now might be in the playoff race. I think they'll be in the playoff race. I think 4 or 5 years from now is when we are going to be in our prime. These guys are going to win a Stanley Cup phase. I think we'll have a good 5-6 years of cup contending, especially if we're able to keep guys around and guys develop into what we expect them to be. For example, like Lane Hudson, if he said it himself, he thinks that he can be the next Cale Makar. Fucking love the confidence on a kid like that. I absolutely love the confidence on someone like that. So yeah. Sons, you leave for 4 seconds, return to slur spam. Exactly, my guy. I don't know what's with Christopher April, but yeah. Romanov, yeah, Sons, you don't like Romanov. I know that. Habs are the last Canadian team to win the cup. Next one to win it soon. Absolutely, Carlos, my guy. Absolutely. No other Canadian team has what it takes to win a Stanley Cup right now. Montreal is building the next foundation for maybe the next dynasty, maybe just a couple cups, maybe one. We'll see. I think we are building a very solid future Stanley Cup contender, though, at least in my opinion. All right, let's get back to the game because I want to get through this. So the Caps go to the power play. Josh Anderson gets called for hooking. Caps are able to push, but they don't get much, surprisingly. Habs clear a couple times. Admittedly, some good shot blocks by Edmondson. A bit of momentum as a result. We are 1-for-1 on the PK. Caps then get a few more looks. Nothing great. Nothing great gets to Allen. 2023 might be the year Ovi finally. Oh no, NZA. That's 2024. There is no chance. Ovechkin gets 70 goals between the last 4 months of this season and the first 3 months of next season. 40 probably, 50 about 30, 50, yeah, more than likely 50 goals between each, but it's probably going to be early 2024 when Ovi beats Gretzky most likely. So yeah, Gallagher then goes hard into the boards courtesy of Lars Eller. He went down the tunnel. Capitals then tried to bury a couple chances. There's some good defensive plays though. Habs then pushed in the final minute. First line shift. Doc, great deke, but he isn't able to bury it. Kuznetsov then goes down with 3 seconds left. Second straight game where Edmondson injures somebody. I forgot to mention earlier as well. Yeah, he kind of rode his stick up to Kuznetsov's face. Kuznetsov thankfully would come back as well, but he was down. So the shots are 13-6 for the Canadiens, but the Capitals with a 2-0 lead after the first 20 minutes. Caps get some early momentum in the second. Habs are trying their best to stay in it. Then we got some penalties. Dvorak goes for holding, Hathaway for hooking. We get some 4-on-4. Gustafsson, great shot, beats Allen, but not the post. Basically went on the arm, trickles, and it's just off the post. We're able to clear. Holy shit. Habs then go to the power play during the 4-on-4. Edmondson takes a high stick from Lars Eller. Habs push well. Caps able to clear at first, but we score. Holy shit. We got a goal. It's Cole Caufield's 20th goal of the year from Suzuki and Doc. Great shot off an amazing pass by Suzuki to have the wide open net. John Cramp live. After the Caps, the Habs are my favorite team. Hey, let's go. Thank you, John. Or it might be John Crump. I apologize if I misspoke your name. I apologize, but thank you for coming by, my good sir. I hope I get up there for a game one day. Yeah, John, you got to come by to the Bell Center. Absolutely. I've only been once, and unfortunately was not for a Canadiens game. But believe me, I know how good it can be. I know how good it can be. NCAA, yeah. I mean, hey, Erik Gustafsson's actually been pretty good NCAA, so you can't really put the skull face. Gustafsson's been pretty damn good. Who we did let score though was I think Nick Dowd. So, oof. But it's a 2-1 a game at that point. Cole Caufield makes it that with a 1-for-1 power play marker. Then we get some more 4-on-4. A good shift. Anderson with a shot. He gets saved. Then a turnover leads to another shot by Anderson right in the slot with a good save. Hey, Darkness, Happy New Year, my guy. Here's to a better 2023 for sure, my guy. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year's Eve to all of you boyos. Dowd has been good for us. Oh yeah, I know that, but just what he did with Suzuki earlier after the face off, it kind of soured on me. Kind of soured on Nick Dowd for a little bit. Next time we play each other, as long as he doesn't do that, I'll probably be able to credit him. But yeah, I'm not big on Nick Dowd at the moment. But yeah, and then Duran gets found, nearly scored. Lindgren had a great game, and I'm going to say this immediately. Canadiens did get some good chances, especially in the second period. Charlie Lindgren was great. Charlie Lindgren, I'm very happy to see him panning out very well since leaving Montreal. It sucks that we didn't give him a bit more time to develop like he clearly needed last year at St. Louis, and this year evolving into a very solid starter. It's really weird to say Charlie Lindgren is the starter in Washington. I don't know if if Darcy Kemper is hurt, but yeah, Charlie Lindgren has played great, and he had another good game today. Harry, you're getting a lot of win next week. Oh fuck, damn it, Darkness. Oh yeah, we do. Isn't that the game that's on the 7th? Is it not? Yeah, I think that's the game that's on the 7th. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, so next Saturday, boys. See, I gotta try and save my Wi-Fi. If there's a lot of wind, we're probably gonna lose power, which means I'm gonna have to be on here, which that's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, I got sent a Snapchat from somebody. Oh, it's a bot. That's fun. But yeah, do they split? Okay, they split time. Thank you, John. Yeah, so good fringe starter, I'll say then. Do you think the Habs can or will get a first this year from Monahan? Carlos, no. And I say that because I don't think we're trading Monahan. I don't think that we are. I think the plan with Monahan is to try and extend him for 3 years. If not, maybe it's a big brain play, trade him for a first round pick, and then bring him back in the offseason because I feel like Montreal really likes what Sean Monahan has brought to us. I know the fans so far, at least some of us, I've really liked what we've gotten out of Sean Monahan. So I feel like if we want to trade him, it's kind of a thing where, hey, we'll trade you, but we'll bring you back in the offseason because we really like you, but we want to get an asset for you, something like that, Monahan. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think we should trade Monahan, but if we do, hopefully we bring him back in the offseason. Hey, Randy, how's it going, my guy? What went wrong? Didn't watch this horror show. First of all, Jake Allen looked injured. And I'm not saying that's the big thing, but Jake Allen looked injured. There were some points where he wasn't moving properly. There was only 1 or 2 goals that were because of that. But especially in the second period, weirdly, when the Caps got shots, weirdly enough, the second period is when the Habs looked good at some points. Allen was kind of moving strange. He wasn't getting the blocker fully there. There was one shot where I mentioned it earlier. He covered on the arm and he kind of went down. The puck went off the post. Didn't go in as a result. But yeah, Allen just looked kind of off at points in this game. I would have expected us to put Mantha Bone because Allen, like I said, looked hurt. We didn't. He allowed the 9 goals. He technically allowed 10 goals, but one of them got disallowed. I thought my phone was going to drop. Then I realized I have a phone case. That's another issue. No, that wasn't wrong with the game. Defensive structure just went down without Caden Gooley on the blue line. A lot of bad turnovers. A lot of bad play overall. Yeah. Who had the worst plus minus? Oh God, I don't even know, Randy. Let me look it up because I do have the thing. Never mind, I might not because of the. Please tell me I do. Come on. Do I not have the thing? Did I should have the. Oh shit. Hey Harry. Hey Wolverine. How's it going, man? Watching the World Juniors right now. Hey, thank you, man. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year's Eve to Randy. Happy New Year's Eve to all you guys. I just realized why don't I just go NHL games tonight and then click on say Avalanche and Leafs. Go to play-by-play and look it up on the Canadiens one. Ever since I came up with the idea of wearing a hat every hat trick to have, no, NG, I didn't come up with that idea this season. I've done that like every time the Canadiens allow a hat trick or score a hat trick. I've had that for a while. But thank you, my guy. Yeah, I'm trying to find. There we go. Game center? No, box score. I need box score. Who are the worst plus minus? I'm still trying to find that, Randy. Can I sort? No, I can't. It was the worst plus minus was actually a tie. So it was Josh Anderson, Mike Hoffman, and Jordan Harris with a -3. I'll read them out one by one because why not? We can kill time. Brendan Gallagher had a -1. Nick Suzuki also a -1. Anderson was a -3. Slavkovsky and Caufield were a -1. So yeah, Jerome was a -2. Dvorak was a -1. Armia, Pizzetto both also -1. Hoffman was a -3. Evans was a -2. Interestingly enough, Kirby Doc was a 0. So we didn't have a negative or plus minus. Then yeah, the blue line, Weidman, Kovacevic, Edmondson, and Jack were all -2. Barron was a -1. Harris was a -3. And then obviously Jake Allen played like shit. He had a 775 save percentage. Yeah. Note, back-to-back hat tricks given up. Yes, indeed, Randy. Yep. I've seen, when the Habs have the last place PP, time for a change in assistant coaching staff. I agree, Randy. I agree. I think you got to change up Alex Burrows for sure. Definitely. Was Jake Allen a -9? By virtue of being on the ice for every goal scored, yes, he technically was a -9. You can say he technically was a -9, yes. I've seen the Light Snuggerud as our best prospect, dude carrying Team USA. I don't know if I'd say that, Darkness, but yeah, Jimmy Snuggerud is pretty good. But yeah, Randy, I mean, you also got to keep in mind we're going with the same strategies. We are clearly trying to set up Caufield and Suzuki on that first unit. I want to notice. I want to note to everybody. I want to note this to everybody. Notice that ever since Montreal has started putting Jake Allen, Yosefkovsky on the power play, we've started to have a worse power play. And I'm not saying, oh, it's all Slavkovsky's fault. He's playing terrible on the power play. It's just weird that ever since we put him on the power play, we've started to have a worse power play. I think he's been great on the power play, but it's just something weird. It's something weird. What are you doing New Year's Eve party? Randy, just staying home and jerking off. No, we're probably gonna go upstairs and I don't know, watch the ball drop or something on TV. But aside from that, not really anything special. Really, just staying down here probably and talking with friends and doing sim league stuff. Pretty much. That's pretty much what we got going on right now. So, yeah, love that almost. Yeah, thank you, Randy. Thank you, man. Yeah. I mean, it's true. Might go on Omega later. Who knows? Might get a little crazy. Harry gonna get blastered. No, Harry gonna get splattered. No, splattered. I'm not gonna get splattered. That's not good. Harry gonna get plastered with alcohol. I mean, Darkness. But the fucking game that went on tonight, I very well want to. Believe me. I very well want to. Fazio, Jake Allen W tonight. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Randy, yeah, I gotta that's my watch. I'm surprised you haven't noticed that before. I've worn this like a little bit on stream occasionally. I've had this for I want to say a decade now. I want to say 2012, 2013 is when I got this. Yeah, I figured, hey, you know what? It's New Year's Eve. Why not get a little blinged out? The watch, though. But yeah, thank you for noticing, Randy. Also, I just noticed I should probably connection is stable, blah blah blah. You guys know the drill. Never mind. Now the connection's stable again. You guys can see me. I was gonna say, can you guys see me? Blah blah blah. But you guys know how that works. YouTube doesn't does that sometimes. Really. All right. Let's get back to the game and let's try and just The Habs decided to start the New Year celebration early and showed up drunk to this game. Honestly, Darkness, it would not surprise me if that was the case. Genuinely wouldn't surprise me if that was what happened. At this point, Gallagher's back on the ice after the hit for Beller. In the first period, he was back out there for his usual shifts at this point. Caps got a few more looks. Their passing was very solid. We were not able to get much. Hoffman turns the puck over. Gustafsson joins the rush, and the Caps scored. There we go. Nick Dowd's 9th of the year. It's 3-1 Washington. Good one, Mike Hoffman. We really like that out of you. Hell yeah. And then we'll get some 4-4 after the goal. Allen looked a little bit hurt. Anderson shoved down Dowd. Hathaway and Kovacevic both go to the box. They were heated at each other. Basically what it looked like was the Habs thought Allen had the puck covered, and the Caps poked it in. They didn't realize the puck was loose, and we got a scrum. Yeah, Habs defense W. I agree, Fazio, absolutely. And Alex Ovechkin off of Jordan Harris turnover on the 4-on-4 makes it 4-1 in his spot. Harris doesn't cover Ovi because why would he? That's the game. Yeah. Wonder what the New Year's celebration of this game will look like. Honestly, NCAA, I don't want to know. Because like here's the thing: if they're partying and whatever and for New Year's, okay, yeah, that's whatever. But at the same time, like if they're all depressed and whatever, media's gonna get on about it either way. Fudge, it's also New Year's stream. It could be. I mean, I'm not gonna stream for like 5.5 hours until midnight, obviously, but like, I mean, I'll wish you guys a happy New Year throughout the stream if you guys wish me it, or at the end of the stream, I'll probably do something sentimental as a meme or whatever. But yeah, the plan was to look good at the beginning of the year, slowly slide down. Yeah, exactly, Carlos. I mean, if we end up with Connor Bedard, if we end up with either Connor Bedard or Matvei Michkov, I will be incredibly happy, and I will consider the draft an absolute. I will consider it an absolute gem of a draft if we end up with either or somehow both of them. Just imagine, boys, all the people that are saying, "Oh, the Habs don't have a good prospect system." Just imagine with Suzuki, Caufield, and Slafkovsky, you add both Matvei Michkov and Connor Bedard to that top six, and then you have, say, Joshua or Sean Farrell, one of those guys coming in. Imagine how expensive that top six is going to be, but also look at how fucking just imagine how expensive that top six is going to be, but how good that top six is going to be. Seriously, just imagine Caufield, Bedard, and, for example, say Sean Farrell. Then imagine a second line, for example, Slafkovsky, Suzuki, Michkov. You get a goal scorer on each of those lines. You get the two playmakers. You get Bedard, who can just do whatever he wants. Caufield will score 70 goals a year. Bedard will be, mark my words, no matter where he goes, whether it's Montreal, Arizona, Chicago, wherever he goes, Bedard will be scoring at least 170 points a year at his prime. At least. Maybe more. I love Connor Bedard. He is legitimately already the best player in the NHL. And it's a goddamn shame that he cannot be playing in the NHL at 17 years old. Bro, the former Pope looked ahead into the future and said, nah, fuck this amount. Oh, damn, Fazio. Hey, Christopher April, good morning, wherever it is. Thanks, Harry Honey. No problem, Christopher. No problem. Which might be a sign, and I'm scared. Yeah, pretty much, Fazio. But yeah, like I said, boys, if the Canadiens end up with either or both of Bedard and Michkov in this draft, I will be incredibly, incredibly happy. Yeah. Then at that point, the only thing you need is a stud goaltender, which, yeah. Which, by the way, boys, as well, by the way, I have a package that is coming in Wednesday. I'm probably going to unbox it on stream. Not on stream, on video, because why not? First video of the new year. Why not make it an unboxing? I ordered a couple things for New Year's. Why not? I think I forget a couple of the things I bought, but yeah. If Bedard busts, he'll be... No, Fazio. The words Bedard and bust do not go with each other. Legitimately, you try to put them in a sentence together, and like that, it does not compute. Bedard will never bust in the NHL. Like, the dude has, 43 points this year in the AHL? Oh, that's where the... Oh. I was trying to find where the box score went, and I found it. Yeah, like Connor Bedard. Let me look up Connor Bedard right now. Connor Bedard. Yep, Connor Bedard, all-time scoring leaders 46 minutes ago, so he probably has another one. All-time scoring leaders for World Juniors, for Team Canada at the World Juniors. Erik Lindros had 31 points in 23 games. Connor Bedard in... Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Okay. Connor Bedard in 12 games, 30 points. Oh, Fazio, it's when Fantilli busts. Because in my opinion, there is no doubt Adam Fantilli is going to bust. But, Connor Bedard, again, boyos, just... I cannot stress this enough. Connor Bedard, in 4 games, before this game I think is even started, has 6 goals and 17 points. Connor Bedard is legitimately doing what we all do in our Be a Pro. Dude is scoring at 4 points per game. Dude is scoring at a 4-point per game pace. Fangio, there's a chance that Michkov busts only for the fact that he might not want to make it to the NHL. He might not want to translate his game, or he might not want to jump to the NHL. He might want to stay in Russia, which is a slight risk. But I do feel like he'll come over. So like I said, there's a chance of Michkov busts only if he doesn't come over to the NHL. If he does come over, he'll be at the very least a 40-goal scorer, in my opinion. Again, I do see him being a good 50, 60 goal scorer. So. Yeah, and by the way, boys, again, big shout out Connor Bedard, who in 28 WHL games so far has 27 goals and 64 points. Yeah, Connor Bedard is pretty good. Ventili probably will be Zach. Who's Fazio? I don't watch football. Who's Zach Wilson? Wow, he actually is a football player. Who is Zach Wilson? OC Michael LaFleur encourages struggling QB Zach. He's like one of those. Oh, I guess he's gonna be like one of those guys that everybody kind of like Mikhail Bodker. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, give him like one of these days. He's gonna bust. He's gonna break out." You know. Oh, next year he's gonna break out. You know, this year's just a dud, and then he just never pans out. Basically, he's like one of those types of guys. By the way, big shout out Mikhail Bodker for being like the biggest boomer bust player for like 8 years. Dude had one good year in fucking Phoenix. Most likely to improve. 8th overall draft pick, boys. God, I love Mikhail Bodker, man. Dude's an NHL 14 legend. Legit. Mikhail Bodker, for some reason, always did so good for me in NHL 14. Legit. Dude always put up like 30 goals, 60 points. Like, dude was always very solid. He was benched twice in the second half of the season. Really, Fagio. So he's basically like Alexis Lafreniere. My ass hurts after that. Lucas. Oh, me too, my guy. It feels like I've been anally raped after that game. Believe me, as well, man. It legitimately feels. It feels like an anal raping. Caps have control. Galley plays a puck with a broken stick. He got away with that, and we score. Cole Caufield, unassisted, off a turnover. It's 4-2 Habs. Great shot on Lindgren. We're right back in it just like that. It's 4-2 Canadiens. Suzuki's line pushed. They have big momentum. Caufield nearly got the hat trick. Anderson had a good shot on net. Jerome was helping out there trying to find Andy or Hoffman for the 1-goal deficit. Both teams had some back and forth. There were a couple dump-ins. Habs got some chances, but weren't playing too bad at this point. Caps started to pressure. They wanted another OV goal. The crowd was hot when Wonderwall played. They were singing along. One good year, BYU gets him second overall, and he just sucks. Goddamn, I guess I should fucking sign up for college ball then, so I can go second overall, make $18 million, and then fucking retire at 24 years old. Bro, Loki, that's the plan right there, my guy. That's the plan, bro. I'd be a sick quarterback. I don't care what people say. I'm fat. I can't run. I can throw a goddamn ball. Fucking, I've been working on this. I'm fucking working on this. I can fucking throw a ball. I'd be the first ever left-handed quarterback in the NFL. Legit, my fucking right arm would just be a goddamn pencil. Fucking left arm's like The Rock. Oh, fucking okay. Oh, I got a goddamn pimple. Fuck, that hurts. But all right, let's finish this game before fucking YouTube takes down my account. Habs then go short-handed. Wyman in front of the net holds up Nick Dowd. That's not a good penalty to take. Short-handed right off the face-off. Ovechkin gives the puck to Jake Evans, gets a short-handed break. Lindgren, though, with the pad save. And the Caps score in the final minute. Dylan Strome puts it home. Allen must really be injured. It's just a shitty little shot just up and over the shoulder. Edmondson gives him a cross-check after the goal is scored. He needs to be handled, I thought. Habs are 1 for 2 in the PK tonight. So the shots are 25-22 Habs. But the Caps have the 5-2 lead after 40 minutes of play. Caps, go to the power play. I want to mix my seed and... Okay, Christian. Okay, Christian. Fucking Jesus. Oh God, I don't want to talk about this game. But fucking, we're almost there. We're at the third period. Caps go to the power play. Suzuki gets called for tripping. Caps score. It's Ovechkin's second of the night off a solid Kuznetsov chance, making it 6-2. Caps push. They have the win taken out of their sails. Only 5-2 out of the second. Third period? The defense blew up. Pretty much Faggio. The defense blew up. Jake Allen decided, you know what? We don't need to get back into this game. Yeah. The win taken out of her sails. Then it's 7-2. The fat lady is singing. Marcus Johansson puts the puck home. Kuznetsov goes for several skates. Nobody tries to force him off the puck. Nobody tries to handle him or anything. Just lets him get in, and Marcus Johansson capitalizes. Habs then go to the PK immediately. Brendan Gallagher takes unsportsmanlike conduct because it's Brendan Gallagher. He doesn't know what let's get back in this game means. Caps pressure. They try to feed Ovi for the hat trick. Kuznetsov goes off the bar. Fuck it, I'm saving my energy for the New Year party. Pretty much, Faggio. Pretty much. Lucas, yeah, there was zero effort in the third, like by either the forwards, the defense, or Jake Allen. There was literally no effort by anybody except seemingly Nick Suzuki and Cole Caufield. After Suzuki took that penalty, which even then wasn't really even a bad penalty, he tripped, he fell, and ended up tripping up the guy. He tripped on himself, fell, and tripped up the Capital, and that drew the penalty. There was no effort in the third. That's basically the best way to put this. I could say there's no effort in the third, Caps goals, and that could be the recap of the third, legitimately. That genuinely could be. Habs are then going to the power play with about 7 seconds left on the PK. Ovechkin takes a high sticking penalty. Can't get much. Caufield with a near hat trick, but there's a good play by Nick Dowd. We are 1 for 3 on the power play. Galley gets robbed by Charlie Lindgren. Caps are in complete control. There's a good save by Allen on Lars Eller. Doc drives to the front of the net off a good burst. He's not able to put it home. Then it's 8-2. Marcus Johansson gets the second of the night. The play's under review for an offside. It's very quick. It's offside. Who gives a fuck, honestly? You just count it at that point. It's 8-2, and it's 40 seconds later. Anthony Mantha with a terrible turnover goal. Jake Allen has not helped us tonight. I think Anthony Mantha, he absolutely should have had that goal. Then it's Alex Ovechkin with a hat trick, 9-2 in his slot. A terrible coverage. Ovi, his 30th career hat trick. His third against the Montreal Canadiens. Jesus. There's some we want 10 chance. And also, by the way, Ovi didn't celebrate at all. The hats came immediately flying. The crowd was cheering. Ovi just immediately went to the bench. He respects the Canadiens, and I respect him for that. He respects us way too much. He's just, I'm not going to celebrate, not anything. Just go over to the bench. He eventually, funny enough, he actually did eventually go over and give his teammates fist bumps. Like they were getting on him a little bit about it, so he just went over and did that. So, yeah, Ovi, he has my respect, absolutely, and just, it's a hat trick. Honestly, I wouldn't rather anybody else getting a hat trick on the Canadiens. Ovechkin, he's probably he's honestly probably my favorite non-Canadian player right now, or non-Canadians player. He's my favorite non-Canadian. He's my favorite Russian. I mean, I could say technically he's my favorite Russian, and that would be true because he's my favorite non-Habs player. Jack Eichhoff, Zuki, yeah, none of them are Russian as far as I can tell. So yeah. Habs try to get something. Pizzetta can't find Armia because every time Pizzetta's on the ice, it's like we're playing 5-on-4. Evans had a decent chance, but there's no shot. Final seconds. Capitals tried to make it 10-2. They couldn't. It fucking pretty much was 10-2. Final shots are 40-33 for the Capitals. So the Canadiens with a whopping 8 shots in that period. The Capitals with 18. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a fucking 10-2 victory in regulation for the Capitals. It is a 10-2 victory, and that is the reason I'm not wearing the fucking Caufield jersey. It's the reason why I'm wearing the old school jersey. Because we got fucking bruised. We got battered. We got beaten. Yeah, fun fact, I actually used to hate Ovechkin because of attitude, but the hate is long gone. Yeah, exactly, NZA. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't like old Ovechkin, or technically young Ovechkin, I should say. I love old Ovechkin. I don't like young Ovechkin from when he's like, till he's like 24, 25, because he was very much about me, and very much get me the puck. I need to score. Now he's like, you know what? Yeah, I will score, but if I spot you, I will fucking find you and you are scoring. I will help you score. You know, like he's very much a veteran, mature guy at this point, and yeah. Hugh, yeah, literally, Ovechkin and Crosby are pretty much equal. I think Ovi has 2 more points because of tonight, or 3 more points actually. I think because of tonight. I'm sorry, Hugh, but yeah, Ovi's I think 3 more points. Crosby's played like 100 less games or something like that. So yeah, and Georgia wins tonight. Thank you, my guy. Exactly, Hugh. Passing and goals are the big differences. Crosby has like 800 assists. Ovi has like 800 goals. Pretty much, they're pretty much the exact opposite in terms of stats. What Ovi has in goals, Crosby has in assists. Exactly, Hugh. That's a great way to put it. And Crosby has a bit more two-way game. I would argue Crosby is probably overall the better player, but for straight up offense, I would go with Ovechkin probably. Pitt won a title too. Hey, let's go, Hugh. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, let's go. But yeah, NZ, exactly. Like I don't like younger Ovechkin, but as he gets older, the more I love Ovechkin and the more I really appreciate his game and how he plays. So, ooh, all right. Crosby also, yeah, exactly, Lucas. Crosby has also missed 2 entire years. I was gonna say 0405. That's Ovechkin. He did miss half of 2012-13, as did Alex Ovechkin. Yeah, and exactly. And Hugh, yeah, Ovi Brunt force power, exactly. Sid for the skill for grace, exactly. But yeah, see, like Crosby, looking at his career, he and like going from rookie season to most recent season, 81, 53 with 72 points, 77, 81, 41 in 2010-11, 22 in 11-12. So just between those 2 seasons, dude missed almost an entire year just from 10-11 to 11-12. 36 and 12-13. So he even missed like 10 games in a lockout season. 80, 77, 80, 75, 82, first fully healthy season. 79, 41 in 1920, 55, 69, 36 so far. Oh, Crosby's missed a shit ton of time. If he plays that missing something like 120, 100, 160, 180 games or whatever, dude probably has 1,600 points already. Oh, Matt Sundin is underrated for sure, Hugh. I fucking love Matt Sundin, my guy. Ovi is the most powerful player ever. Yeah, probably, Hugh. I'd say that, probably. Exactly. Never won a cup, unfortunately. I mean, he went to Vancouver that last year, which was just like, okay, you want to win a cup, so you go to Vancouver, but like, you know, I probably would have gone to Pittsburgh at that era. Just me personally, Pittsburgh, or maybe not Tampa Bay, but like maybe Detroit, just because they were really about the veterans and whatever. Concussion problems deprived him basically pretty much NCAA, pretty much like 2.5 seasons almost. Yep, NCAA, yep, Lindros got ruined by fucking concussion problems. Dude retired way too young. Like, looking up Eric Lindros real quick. Eric Lindros, like, firstly, dude didn't play 91-92 because he was literally did not want to play for Quebec. So another reason to fucking hate Quebec. 31 points in 13 games with the Oshawa Generals, by the way, that year. Also, weirdly enough, they have him listed. They have him listed for the Canada Olympic team for 91-92. They have it listed with like his NHL, OHL stats like that. That's kind of weird. Then plays 92-93 onwards to the end of his career. 61 games, 65, 46, 73, 52, 63, 71, 55. Doesn't play in 2000, 2001. So that's potentially 50, 60 games right there that he misses. 72, 81, 39, 33, 49. And keep in mind, even at the end of that career, with 40 games played in Dallas, still had 26 points. Like, still was pretty solid when he was in the lineup. And then even in Toronto with 33 games, 22 points. He was over half a point per game. Seeing Lindros play beyond it would have been NZA. And that's why, like, I'm sure with you, for example, like why I think it would have been really cool if you had joined the Sim League earlier, because he played until like 13, 14 in our league. He played an additional like 6 or 7 years. And we're going to be able to correct that in this league. We're going to be able to look at Lindros from like 03, 04 onwards and say like, hey, what if he didn't retire so early? What if he didn't retire at 30 something, 30, 33, I want to say he was. Say, for example, 89, 90, 03. He retired at like 33 years old. Lindros beat Stevens' ass in a fight. Oh, yes, he would. Stevens was a pumpkin fighter. Yes, he was, Hugh. Stevens was also a fucking cheap shot artist. Like, legit. Scott Stevens would not fight you unless you fucking forced his gloves off, pretty much. Oh, shit. Webcam's probably going to go off. I'm sorry, boys. Webcam is probably going to go off because I opened OBS. Shit. That's not good. Fuck. Yeah, I opened OBS. Sorry, boys. Yeah, that might the. Actually, wait, no. Oh, okay, never mind. The webcam didn't go off because what I was using was a source, or was one of my scenes on OBS that doesn't have the webcam, so it didn't transfer over to the OBS virtual camera. That's really good. But yeah, I agree. Stevens would not fight unless you took his fucking gloves off. And like, dude was just a fucking punk, I would say. I don't like Scott Stevens. Exactly, NJ. Stevens really just couldn't stand Lindros for some reason. Lindros flipped Chara? No way. Erik Lindros versus Zdeno Chara. Let's see. The Lindros versus Chara. Rookie season. Oh, okay. So Lindros and Chara going at it. Okay. Chara and Lindros. So Lindros is on top of Chara. I'm gonna have a piece of gum, by the way. Gum is pretty good. So they're down. Dude, Tony Twist was a psycho heel. I remember seeing some highlights of Tony Twist and thinking, Jesus Christ, this dude is fucking nuts. Some of the shit this dude would do, like Christ, dude would fucking fight anybody. Yeah, I don't know if this is what we were talking about. Oh, yep, right here. So Chara Lindros. So Chara takes down Lindros. Lindros punches Chara in the face. They shove at each other, and then they're getting tangled. So now Chara gets owned by Erik Lindros. This might be what it is. Wait, what? Okay, apparently this was the clip. I don't see how that hit before. Chara went to hit Lindros and he ducked. It was funny. Oh well, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to get another fucking concussion because of a goddamn giant either. Whew. He didn't beat him up. He ducked him. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to say, Hugh. That's fair. But yeah, guys, we're losing a bit of steam. This was before that. Oh, okay, yeah. It's not showing that for some reason, Hugh. Okay, it's not showing that for some reason. It's literally like both clips are just showing Lindros going, or Chara going to hit Lindros and him ducking that. That's what it's showing. Fuck, that sucks. But we're losing a bit of momentum, boys. I'm losing my voice a little bit as well. I'm gonna start getting out of here. I'm gonna do the stats. If you guys want to talk for a little bit, of course, that's fine. If you got any comments, questions, please put them in the chat. I'll get to them now before I do the outro. Obviously, I'm doing the stats first. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens. 15 goals, 18 assists, 33 points. Cole Caufield with 21 goals and 9 assists, 30 points. Kirby Dach has 5 goals, 19 assists, 24 points. Sean Monahan, who's unfortunately currently still injured, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Christian Dvorak, 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points. Josh Anderson, 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points. Caden Gooley with 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. He is unfortunately hurt. Mike Hoffman, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Arbor Xhekaj, the exact opposite of 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Jordan Harris, 1 goal, 10 assists, 11 points. Aras Slavkovsky, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Brendan Gallagher, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. David Savard, 1 goal, 8 assists, 9 points. Evgeny Dadonov, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Jake Evans, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Mike Matheson, 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. Jonathan Kovacevic. Yeah, I think stream's going to end in a couple minutes. I'm going to do the outro. Wish you guys a happy new year. All that good stuff. You guys, again, got any comments, questions, put them in the chat. But yeah, stream's probably going to end in a minute. But Jonathan Kovacevic and Joel Edmondson each with a goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Jonathan Jerema, 5 assists. Chris Weidman, 4 assists. Michael Pezzetta, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. Joel Armia, 3 assists. Rem Pitlick and Anthony Richard with a goal. Jake Allen with an assist. All right, we'll see you next year, everyone. Yeah, exactly, Anze. We'll see you guys next year in like 4 hours. Hell yeah. Arbor Jack, I have 5 fights. Michael Pizzetta, 3 fights. Caden Gooley with 2 fights. Brendan Gallagher, Jake Evans, and Chris Weidman, each all with a 1 singular fight each. But yeah, guys, so that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2023. Here's to hoping the Canadiens get better. Here's to hoping everybody in your family stays healthy and safe. Your friends as well, because you got to care about the friends too. Yeah, thank you guys for making 2022 a pretty decent year for the channel. I think that it's been very solid overall. I think we've had a lot of really fun streams. 25 Days of Harry this year I've had a lot of fun with. I'm going to try and make 2023 the year of the channel. I want to try and hit 1,000 subscribers next year, or by the time you're probably watching this year. I want to try and get as much content pumped out as I can. I've got some different games. I've got some PS3 shit, some PS4 stuff. There's some stuff that I can stream on the channel. There's some stuff I can play. A lot of stuff I want to do. Hey, Randy, how's it going, my guy? So again, 2023, I want to make that the year of the channel. I really, really want to do as much as I can. I'd really, really like to do that. Hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe get monetization, start getting paid for doing YouTube. That'd be really cool. Be able to afford some upgrades because of that. Yeah. Yeah, again, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys stay safe, stay lovely. Love you guys. Again, my name is Rice again, and I'm out. Love you guys. My name is Rice again, and I'm out. Wait. My name is Rice. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, from Terminals. My name is Rice. Subscribe to the Puff Club, join the Club, join the Suburbs, join the Nation, remember the Mod Squad. Thank you for more comments on streams and videos. Happy New Year's, dear Pop. Thank you, Randy. I'll be sure to tell him Happy New Year to you for him. I'm assuming he'll say Happy New Year to you too, and thank you very much, Randy. Links in the description are the Amazon box and the PayPal, the Discord, the Twitch, the Letterboxd, and the Computer account are all down there as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Rice again, and I'm out. Love you guys. Year of the Beard 2023. Hell yeah, Randy. I might shave this tomorrow or tonight. I might shave this tomorrow and just let it grow for the entirety of 2023 and see how big it gets. Hoping it's like a kind of bushy, but yeah. The year of Bedard. year of the Bedard, not beard. Well, still, either way, it could be the year of the Bedard or the year of the beard. It could be both. But but yeah, boys, thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harris again, and I'm out. Sorry, boys. I'm looking up someone because someone I really like watching is supposed to go live tonight, or at least is expected to. Peace out. Yeah, thank you, Randy. See you, my guy. Thank you guys again for watching. 2023, the year of the Bedard and the year of the beard. It is a rogue internet man, Randy. I will link his channel. He is a guy who does lolcow content. He covers Chris Chan, who, if you saw Day 24, no, I covered him. If you go, I go. Hey, let's go, Randy. Hell yeah. I mean, whenever he goes live, I'll watch him. But yeah, Rogue Internet Man, he's supposed to go live tonight. He goes live every week for Rogue After Dark. He used to do a shit ton of streams back about 6 months ago, but then he got doxxed and all the stuff went down. So yeah, he's back now though. And yeah, whenever Rogue goes live, I'll probably go watch that stream for New Year's. It'll be fun. I don't know if he's going live today or tomorrow. I'm assuming tonight, but we'll see. But yeah, guys, again, that is going to do it for today's stream. I love you guys. See you guys. Out of Montreal. Always remember, no matter how bad we are like this year, how kind of good we are like this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year to everyone, just like Randy said. Happy New Year, boyos. Here's to an amazing 2023. I was about to grab something to drink, but then I realized, fuck, I forgot to grab my shot because I was going to grab a shot and surprise you guys with it at the end of the stream. Here's the 2023. I don't like it. I don't know. But that's probably how it would have gone. But Happy New Year to everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great 2023. The year of the beard, the year of Bedard, the year of HR, the year of HR. There we go. The year of HR. I'll try and drink something for you, Randy, tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'll consider it. I'm not a big home drinker. I usually only have a drink or two when I'm out of the bar with my parents. But we're not going this year, obviously, because yeah. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Erik, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. I gotta get something to drink, something to eat. My throat is killing me. Feels like I've been fucked. But because clearly when you're fucked, you on tomorrow? I don't know, Randy. I'll consider it. I was thinking about it because I do want to go live tomorrow to test the OBS virtual camera. I do want to test because YouTube automatically recognizes the OBS virtual camera, and I was thinking, hey, if I can have my mic be the Blue Yeti mic, and all I need to do is set it up with OBS, for example, and I can like stream with that technically, just with the virtual camera, I might do that. I might just do that, but I'm not entirely sure right now. There's a chance that I might try a test stream, for example, with New Year's Day, test it after 9 p.m. No guarantees, because usually when my mom's home, my mom's home tomorrow, so she's gonna be in bed. I don't want to get too loud, so I might test it around, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, somewhere around there. Maybe we'll do a World Junior stream. Maybe I'll do a small New Year's Day live reaction to World Juniors type of thing. Maybe I'll do something like that. But I don't know. We'll see, boys. We'll see. But yeah. So yeah, I might go live tomorrow for that. Might test out the virtual camera, see how that works. If it works for streams, I'll probably stick with the webcam for the rest of the year, and then then next season, probably start implementing the virtual camera. Of course, depending on if we get fiber optic and blah blah blah. You guys know that by now. But World Junior stream is perfect. Hell yeah, Randy. I'd love to go live during a Canada game, but unfortunately, Canada is only playing right now. Which actually, I gotta load up that stream right now because I want to watch Canada kick the shit out of Team Sweden, or Finland. I think they're playing. Who is it? They're playing? I think it's Sweden. Yeah, I think it's Sweden. But yeah, boyos. And we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching. What's the rest of the year? Oh yeah, Randy. Okay, rest of the season. I'll say rest of the season. Go for this style with the webcam, and then the new season, next season. I should just say that. But thank you guys again for watching. Again, my name is Erik, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. God damn, my throat hurts. Love you guys again. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Peace. Bye. Whew, that was a good loud snap, boys. Let's go. Oh, end of the stream. Happy New Year, boyos.